After the kidnapping of the king, chaos and turmoil ruled the land, and our province was no exception. We were overrun by bandits and marauders, and the roads were no longer safe. The most terrible massacre happened at the stud farm in Neuhof, which was raided and torched, and all the horses slaughtered. My liege lord sent his men, led by Sir Robert of Talmberg, to track down the killers and to bring them to justice. I rode with them, but the investigation has been slow and difficult. Whenever I came across some trace of the bandits, someone erased it in the cruelest way imaginable. In the end, though, I got one step ahead of the enemy. I found out one of the bandits was still alive and hiding near Talmberg. But before I set out to track him down, I had to report to Sir Robert.
Faster! In a real fight, you'd be dead already.
Sir.
Ah, Henry. Carry on. Well, lad, have you made any progress with the investigation?
Yes, sir. I think I have at last.
So you've found someone who isn't gutted and nailed to a wall?
It wasn't easy, sir, but I believe I have. I have information about one of the bandits who did it. He's even hiding in a village nearby.
God's blood. It's true the darkest shade is beneath the candlestick. Who is he?
I only know that they call him Riki, and he's from here in Talmberg.
That's it?
You wouldn't believe how much effort it took me to find that out. But I think it's enough to go on.
But what if he's dead too?
I think we'd already know if he was. These fellows are not given to subtlety.
True enough. We haven't found any more mutilated corpses. Well, get on with it then. And when you find him, come and see me. Most likely I'll be in the encampment by Merhoed.
You can rely on me, sir. Farewell.
And be careful, Henry. I know what that rabble did to you. But remember with whom you're dealing. Don't start any foolhardiness on your own. Understood?
I'll try not to, sir. I'm looking for some fellow they call Riki.
Jesus, who wouldn't know Hinnick?
Hinek?
That's his real name. I doubt he likes his nickname much.
No, I don't suppose he would. Where would I find this Hinek?
Try his folks' house if you have the nerves for it. The old tanner's a grouchy curmudgeon.
Why do they call him Riki anyway?
Why do you think? Because he's a tanner, of course.
What's the tanner like? Hinek's father?
The less I see of him, the better. He's not exactly pleasant.
Put that weapon away or I'll call a guard.
I'm looking for a fellow they call Riki. Have you ever heard tell of him?
Why wouldn't I? That's what they call my son, Hinnick.
Aha. You wouldn't happen to know where he is.
I don't know nothing.
Don't you know at least where he usually goes? It's quite important.
Hinnick shows up at home once in a blue moon, so I don't know nothing about where he gets to. Even if I did, why would I tell every Tom, Dick, and Harry?
Watch your tongue, peasant. I am an envoy of Sir Rotzik Kobila, and I'm conducting an investigation here. So stop hedging and tell me where your son is, right now.
Sir Radzig's envoy. Sorry, try that on someone else.
Your son is about to get into deep shit. I'm trying to find him so I can warn him.
That's nothing new. He's always up to his ears in it.
This time his neck is on the block. He got mixed up with some very unsavory people. I have to find him.
I'm not surprised, but I still can't help you. I don't...
Do you at least know anyone he's friends with or someone he goes to see?
As far as I know, nobody here in the village talks to him.
No one at all?
No, no one. Tanning and currying stinks, you know. He has nobody but me. And you can see how he treats his old dad, the bloody ingrate.
Look here, fellow. Your son is in a serious scrape and I'm trying to help him. Your evasions are starting to vex me, and my patience is running out.
Are you threatening me? And I'm supposed to believe that you want to help Hinnick?
Believe what you like. I'm concerned about Hinnick, but I don't care much what happens to you. Is that clear?
I don't know where he is. And if beating up an old man makes you feel like a hero, go right ahead. I've been beaten all my bloody life, so I'm well used to it.
Where does the tanner live? You know this Hinnock?
Not much, I confess. Most of the village folk,
Why is that?
tanners have never been the most sought-after companions.
Don't tell me no one at all talks to him.
Well, he's been seen around with one of the bathhouse wenches. Adela, I believe she's called.
I heard you've been seeing Hinnock the tanner.
So what? Come to preach to me, have you?
Look, I don't care what you do. That's your affair. I just want to ask about something.
I'm glad to hear it.
I can imagine.
So, what about you then? You look a bit careworn.
Maybe later, sweetheart. Right now, I have some questions to ask.
Ask away.
When did you see him last?
A few days ago. He came to me late in the evening. Drunk.
That was unusual?
I never saw him drink much. He always came here sober.
So he was acting strange that evening?
He was strange. I had the feeling he was afraid of something.
Can you remember anything?
Hard to say. He went on about some Jacob who died. Then he was regretting he ever got into it.
What did he say about the money?
Just that he had a pile of money hidden at home behind the house.
Aha. What did you say to that?
What could I say? He was drunk. He kept saying I was a fine girl and other harlots wouldn't go with him even for money. And if I wanted, I could even take half the money and leave. Or he'd go with me and we could get married and such.
Did he tell you exactly where he hid it?
He said he buried it at his dad's small holding in the western corner.
All right. Thanks. Did you go there for a look?
No, I've no time for such things. Obviously, he made it up. Where?
Sure. I'd like to talk to you about your Hinnock.
I'm very busy.
What can you tell me about the money I found hidden behind your house?
Money? What money? What on earth are you on about?
24 groschen. Nicely stashed away for a rainy day. If I'd known...
I don't know nothing about it.
And I suppose you know nothing about the bloodied Gambison your son hid there too. Of course it would be a shame to throw away such a valuable thing.
Behind my house, you say?
So you know nothing about it. Looks like he pulled the wool over your eyes nicely. Still, I'm not surprised he never told you about it, considering how he came by that money.
How did he come by it?
He was paid to raid the Neuhof stud farm. He and his cronies slaughtered horses, stable boys, and even the owner Smill.
Jesus Christ, I've heard about that. You're saying Hinnock was with them?
Almost certainly.
He could have at least told me about the money, the little shit.
Forget about that. Tell me where he is.
All right. He was here a few days ago.
And you don't know where he went.
I've got an idea, but I don't know where it is exactly.
I don't follow you.
Hinnock makes some money on the side from poaching. He boasted to me a few times about what a great hideout he found in the woods, but he...
All right. It's not much... Don't you have any clue where his hideout might be?
I really don't know nothing about that. I could tell when he'd come from there is all.
How's that?
'Cause every time he brought some hides for tanning and money.
He had money because he sold the stuff right away?
I suppose he never kept any of his loot here.
Do you know who he sold it to?
Well, I don't really know. But the innkeeper came here now and again and gave him money. Of course, it could have been...
All right. What more do you know?
I don't know. I swear to God Almighty, I don't know.
I know he didn't talk to you about it, but you must have noticed something, right? How much time did he spend away? What?
Well, he came and went at various times. I really don't know. Except maybe one thing.
So he probably went through thick woods to get to that place.
I reckon. What do I know?
He had money because...
I suppose.
Do you know who...
Yeah.
All right. What more do you know? Bloody hell, start using your head or I'll never find Hinnock. How much time did he spend away? What was he wearing? How did he look when he came back? Anything!
Well, he came and went at various times. I really don't know. Except maybe one thing. He'd come home scratched with brambles and leaves.
So he probably went through...
I reckon.